Now, talk to me about This Guy Edits, because my fingers are in, on the pulse. Hopefully, I try to be on the pulse of everything going on in the film world on YouTube and on Instagram and social media and all that kind of stuff. And you came across my path. I was like, well, this is interesting. I just haven't. This is nice. I love the branding. I love what you were doing. I loved your voice because it was a unique kind of, not like literally your voice, but like your voice of what you were trying to do. I was like, wow, this is actually good. And he knows what he's talking about, which is always a lovely thing to see when you turn on a YouTube channel. So how did it even come to be?
Well, there's various factors. I mean, I already had this affinity towards new media anyway, because I did a broadcast before YouTube existed. I wish I would have gotten back to YouTube much faster than I did.
Same
but
here.
it really started with my daughter, who at the time was in elementary, and she had a YouTube channel doing My Little Pony, and it took off. She was like one of the top 10 MLP YouTubers.
What's an MOP?
MLP is My Little Pony. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
we're not down. We're not down with the lingo, the Little Pony lingo. Sorry. I know that's a whole. Look, my daughters love Little Pony too, but that I heard that My Little Pony world, it's kind of like Lego or Star Wars. Yeah. It's like its own language.
It's a subculture.
Completely.
There are like MLP movies out there that are just going gangbusters, and you never hear about them, but
right.
They're in theaters and people show up. So that's when I realized, this now I understand what the potential of new media is. Mm-hmm. And so then I started experimenting. I did a YouTube channel just about my gardening. I have chickens, that kind of stuff.
That's
and
awesome.
Got a couple of videos that immediately had 100,000 views. So I'm like, and I can make money with this.
And this is the chicken videos.
Chicken videos.
That's awesome.
So then I'm like, okay, I got to take this more seriously. And at the time, I was doing a feature. That's the third collaboration with director Mark Webber. Our first one was a Sundance film called The End of Love. And this was the third time working together. And I just pitched this idea to him and said, let's take this editing process online and have people grow an audience already on this journey of finding this film. And then by the time the film comes out, we'll probably already have some form of following. Who knows what's going to happen? Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, do that. Cut a couple of episodes. Don't release them yet. Just show me what's happening. I did that. He was shooting in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. I showed him 3 episodes, and he's like, this is amazing. I'm learning something here. You have carte blanche. Here are a couple of scenes we shouldn't be showing, but just do whatever you want and go crazy. That's how the channel started, by doing just watch me edit sessions. And it had sort of a niche audience at the time.
Yeah.
It's we were in a couple of blogs like No Film School and so on. And it kind of was 20,000 views, was a really good video at the time. And then the film finished, we released it, and okay, what am I going to do with this channel now? And I noticed this trend of the video essay. So I'm like, okay, let's make it more about what are some of these lessons, the bigger lessons about creative storytelling. There was I noticed there was a lack of creative storytelling. It was all about software and what's the best keystroke to get somewhere. And I'm actually not really technical at all. If we're gonna get technical, I'm gonna just blow out pretty fast. I really use the tool just to tell the story, and I drive it pretty hard, but I never spent the time to really dig in and understand what's the most efficient way to cut. Mm-hmm. I learn it by just telling the story. So that was my angle on it. It's just to focus on characters, emotions, and story. And in a way, that sort of then took it to the next level. I did videos like, what's the one thing that can immediately improve your editing? And it's basically always tell a story, and just showing how there are a lot of editors out there, but there are very few that really understand the concept of storytelling. There are 6 things that I point out. Mm-hmm. In a video like that, I think it has 300,000 views. And once I understood, okay, this is where I can make editing more accessible to just filmmakers, not just editors, to maybe even people that just love watching movies. That's when the channel took off. I did a video on Dunkirk that has 500,000 views.
Yeah.
And it's all just about editing. I'm just looking at the scenes, and I'm like taking the scenes apart. And
people want to watch that, of course.
People want to watch it.
It's insane. Now, you got over 200,000 followers on your YouTube channel and growing daily, and growing pretty exponentially too. I remember when I first saw you, you were under 100,000, so it's been growing fairly quickly as well.